Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the good old ZZ, the double Zeta. You know, that thing that lacks some weapons that this new suit that's been revealed to us is gonna be having. The EXS Gundam, or the XS Gundam from Gundam Sentinel. By the time this video is posted today, it will be released later on. Whenever a new banner suit comes out, it's still on the same day for me. Like, it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So I can just take a fucking 2-hour nap and I get up and I get to play the new suit. But yeah, the XS Gundam. And by the looks of it, it looks pretty good. And just playing this match, and I'm just gonna be sitting here with his head cannon. I got Ace, and it was a pretty goofy match playing with Taru and Fruity Looty Boy. It's just a typical kind of 650 match, but I did pretty well with a double Zeta, as well as you could with one. It's a decent suit. It's pretty viable, but there's still some problems with it. And of course, there's some stuff it lacks, which the XS Gundam has. But yeah, let's look at some of this stuff they were mentioning about it. They went ahead with some skills. They're showing off some skills and weapons. It's got a skill called the chest eye field, but it seems like it's just a buffer. Because whenever you get hit by a beam attack, it specifically says a beam attack, you take reduced HP and damage. It also says damage reactions are reduced too. So I'm guessing if you get shot in the chest by instant stun beam rifle, you might just keep walking, which is interesting. It's got the Alice ability, which we were talking about that a few videos ago, about what it could potentially be. But says when the unit HP falls below a certain value, the skill will automatically activate and the unit's mobility will increase. Just says mobility. It doesn't do like what the biosensor does, which increases like all your stats slightly. I'm pretty sure the Alice system is supposed to help a pilot be better. I guess mobility will help in that department, but it depends on how fast. If we're talking like you go slightly faster, I'm not sure if that's really going to be helpful, especially at high cost when everyone can stun. It'd have to depend. It's kind of hoping some other stuff would get boosted up, but it sounds alright. It depends on how the suit's going to be again. It does have a transformation, which is interesting because this thing has a transformation, not the double Zeta. And the reason they didn't give the double Zeta transformations because they said it wouldn't be balanced. But looking at the skills this thing has, and some of its weapons, it seems like it has more going on for it than the double Zeta. So what exactly makes the XS Gundam more balanced than the double Zeta? Because the double Zeta is not like, I don't even think giving a transformation will make the double Zeta all that more powerful. It would just make it more helpful. It's still a pretty like easy suit to fight. It's like an honest suit, you know. It's a pretty easy suit to fight. Like really, it's slow melee. It's got a beam rifle that does pretty good damage. It penetrates when you fully charge it. It's got missiles. I'm not a big fan of the missiles on the double Zeta. I know some people like it, but you know, it's got Vulcans too. I think I already said that. And of course, it's got the biosensor, but I don't think really the transformation would break it. Maybe they could have just gave it like what the C1 has, where you just get shot out of the sky like one hit. That'd be fine. They could have done that, but yeah, the XS Gundam has a transformation. I assume it'd probably, let's see, transform into a long-distance cruising form of G Cruiser by pressing the touchpad button. So yeah, it's just transformation. You'll probably be able to fire stuff out from it too. So, and then it says one of its weapons, a reflector incom ×2. The beam fired from the beam smart gun is reflected by the reflector incom, and the beam lands on the enemy unit. The beam's trajectory is difficult to read, making it an irregular attack. And I don't know what the fuck that means. I assumed it says reflector, so you kind of have to shoot it. So maybe like, kind of like how the Psycho Gundam Mark II has those little things around it, it'd fire and then they bounce off those things and it would fire at people. So maybe you can send out those incoms, and every time you fire a gun, it just automatically goes to one of those incoms. Perhaps the way the EX beam smart gun works, it looks like it's a rapid fire, almost like the Gundam Marines beam rifle. So it seems pretty all right. Yeah, the XS Gundam looks pretty good. It's only we see it used in space for the PMU video. A lot of people are speculating that's going to be like a space only suit. Maybe, I don't know. It looks fucking massive though. So you'll be a huge target on the ground. So maybe it might be space. We haven't had a space only suit in a while. Oh yeah, Ace has got chosen. I'm the Ace, and the enemy Ace is GPO2. Perfect. Let's see. We've got some battle simulator stuff here too. The Penzin Rebellion, which you can trial with the XS Gundam, the Phaz, and the Zeta Plus C1. GM Genealogy, which is just basically fighting a bunch of GMs. And the Boss, the Falling Sky, which is the Mark II Psycho Gundam, which it can counter you, which is funny. That means no more 3-person Gan team, so can't do that anymore. But that's fine. You just pick like 3 snipers or something. Just fucking fuck its day up. Updated weapons. It's got reflector bits, counter. It's got counter attack. Large beam sword. Yeah, the Gundam Factory Yokohama at the base camp. That looked pretty interesting. Seems like it's just something you look around, you know, little place to hang out, and a report function, which for people that are causing problems, and then or if they're spamming chat, you know, good work, good work, good work. Sometimes it gets annoying if it's the only thing you spam. Like if you're spamming something like, oh, advance here, and then fall back. I kind of see like, maybe don't report that person, but it seems like they're gonna check the person's past matches to see if he's like, if they are like not that good or something, like if they're the repeat offenders. So that seems interesting. And then there's another matter to be discussed. It seems like there's a unofficial leak around here that shows off some suits. Looks like they're taken from banners. They said 13 suits, and let me count real quick. I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I see 12 here. I don't know where the 13th is, but yeah, I'm going to say they're unofficial, so we don't know if these are true or not. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. So we got the Kapool, which, man, these are some pretty convincing images. They look like, you know, your typical banner art. It doesn't have the banner background, but it seems that whenever you get it from the gacha, it shows you that picture. It looks like these are just the gacha pictures. So we got the Kapool, which, thank fucking God, love the fucking Kapool. We got, looks like the prototype Gelgoog. The one looks like it's mixed up with the Zaku, and oh hey, first place, nice, 7-1. Mixed with the Zaku 2 and the Gelgoog. We have I believe, the Toad Strider, basically the Pale Rider that I guess Zeon took. I'm not familiar with the Pale Rider stuff, so Zeon took control of it or captured it, and yeah, they renamed it to German things like every time Zeon takes a suit. Here's one I'm excited for that I kind of called, which was the Zaku 3, which I figured when the ad came out had the mouth beam. I was like, oh, well, that's obviously going to be the Zaku 3 at some time. That's probably going to be like the prototype for what the Zaku 3's mouth beam is going to be. And yeah, we got the Gay Milk. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Not the Gay Milk. The big giant red, looks like a mobile armor. Which would be interesting. I can definitely see that being a very slow support, but it can be like behave like the Psycho Gundam. And then we have the GM Dominance. I believe that's what that is. I'm not familiar with where the GM Dominance is from. It looks like it's got the full armor, the double beam gun. So maybe it's just the full armored Gundam, but as a GM, possibly. Of course, the heavy. Not the heavy. The why is this name? The Gaza D. There we go. Which I already figured the Gaza D was coming in because it was in the promotion banner for the Gaza C. Like you can literally see the Gaza D in the background for the Gaza C banner. And the full armored Haiku Shiki, which is interesting. I didn't even know there's a full armor Haiku Shiki, to be honest. It looks chunky as fuck. The Gira Daga, yeah, I think the one from Char's Counterattack, which I figured that was gonna be in anyway because that's just your basic kind of grunt suit. It's gonna be your advanced Zaku unit, and then the two big ones, the Bjarlant, which is that's one people have been wanting for a long ass time, pretty much ever since I was playing this game. People were requesting the Bjarlant. And then the O, which, whew, I mean, we know it was going to come, but damn, the O. Can't wait for the motherfucking O. That is a suit I've just been dying to use. I hope it doesn't end up kind of trashy like the Palace Athene or the Bolonok Saman. I say kind of trashy because those suits are. Bolonok Saman was actually decent when it came out, but then they nerfed it on the day it came out, or at least the next day, and it was pretty much a longer reaching Zagok, and then they buffed it again, and it's okay. And then the Palace Athene's the Palace Athene. It's better than Schwartzman Diaz. But yeah, the Palace Athene. And I hope the O's going to be good. It better be good. That thing was fighting like 4 suits. 3 suits at once. I'm kicking their asses. A lot of people are speculating it might be like at the first like super melee oriented support, which would be badass, but I don't think it's going to be a support. Like the Palace Athene was a support, and the Bolonok Saman was a raid. Going by those, it seems like the O is going to be a general. I mean, let's be honest. If it does end up being like a raid, I can see it being a raid too, but if it ends up being like a support, that'd be surprising. Yeah, the most excited suits, the suits I am most excited for here is obviously the O and the good old amphibious suit, the Kapul. I fucking love amphibious suits. But yeah, of course, these I have to say these are unofficial. We don't know if these are real or not. They kind of look they're real. They kind of have the same red splotches and scratches and markings on them that you'd see from the banner suits and make them look all worn out and stuff. And yeah, just it's unofficial. Even if these are real, they might be they don't have an official date for them, so for all we know these suits can be like next year's suits. It seems like right now they're on a Sentinel kick, so we have a bunch of these Sentinel suits, which I'm fine with. They're pretty fun to play. I like them. Hopefully they continue this trend of really, really fun suits to play when these suits come out too. I'm kind of wondering how the Bjarlant would work. I think that one could fly, I think, going off by what happened in Unicorn. Which, hey, that Bjarlant custom might be a suit. Both of those Bjarlant, there's 2 of them. But hey, if they make the Bjarlant fly, that'd be our next flying suit that's not a transformation suit, like the Goof Flight type. But yeah, that's all the news here for it, for Gundam Battle Operation 2 coming up. I don't really do too much news stuff. this is something I'm very interested in, like the water update. Fucking ooh, that was a great update. Even though they released the Methus for the water update, which is fucking why it's weird. And this one is interesting because there's a lot of stuff going for it. You got the XS Gundam coming. You got the Mark II Psycho Gundam. The report button coming in. And then you have these unofficial leaks coming in with suits that I am interested in. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see the Masala here. Maybe the Masala is actually coming up next. It's not leaked. Unofficially leaked. Yeah, that seems about to be it. And type up in the comments section what you feel about these pieces of news. Do you like them? Do you hate them? If you want to talk about what you liked from hearing this stuff. Maybe you saw the leaks, also the pictures. I'm not going to post them here. They're unofficial. You can talk about which suits you think are cool, to be having here in this game. Which ones you'd be interested in, and if you like them or not. I like pretty much all the suits here except for the Toad. I can't pronounce that. The Toad Strider. I'm not familiar with Power Rider stuff, so that's my bad. Everything else looks pretty fun. And with that, I'll see you guys later. Bye.